What is up, guys? Hurricane Liz here, and in this video we're going to talk about merch rejects. Merch rejects, we will today unite on this video. Now, what am I joking around about? Well, it's rejects, right? Did you get rejected by merch? The chances are yes. And part of the reason is that Amazon is looking for people that are worthy enough to sell on their platform. It's kind of like the, not Little Wayne movies, but the Wayne's World movies. We're not worthy, right? They don't think we're worthy enough to sell on their platform. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to get around that and how to make Amazon think that you're worthy enough, even if you're brand new. The tricks and the tactics that I show you today will make sure that the next time you apply to merch, you get in. So if you're excited about this, and as excited as I am, let's jump straight in there. So I'm here on merch, and obviously the first step is to request this invitation. So I've already got a couple merch accounts connected to my main stores. Let me go ahead and jump into another store that I have. And that brings me to the first tip. And I know a lot of you are going to say, well, I don't have an Amazon store right now. And keep calm. I'm going to get there. But if you by any chance have an Amazon store, I highly recommend that that's how you sign up through merch. And I'll explain here what I mean as I go into here and apply for this. So I'm going to jump into an actual Amazon account that I have on my remote desktop place. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to head on over here and I'm going to go to merch.amazon.com, and now I'm going to hit request invitation, and it's going to take me to the standard list of things, and I'm just going to go ahead and log straight into my actual Amazon account. So I'm going to grab the password and log in. All right, so I just entered the password, and now it's going to have me go through all this services agreement. So I'm going to go ahead and scroll on down. I already know the whole spiel, and I'm going to hit accept. And now it says, all right, thank you for your interest in setting up an account. Please have the following information available before you begin. So I'm going to go ahead and have this information available. I don't have this in front of me, but I'll stop throughout the actual verification of this and enter this information. And I'm going to hit begin application, right? And so now it's asking for OTP. So I'm going to get that OTP done, and then I'll be back here. All right, so I entered the OTP, and now I'm in here, and it's asking me what country I'm in. So I'm going to hit United States, and I'm going to go ahead and fill in all this information, and then I will be back after that. All right, so I saved my banking information, my email, my address, and all that, and now I'm doing the tax classification. So I'm going to pick business, and I am a U.S. person because the way that I have this actually set up is as an LLC. And the type of LLC is it is just, I believe it's just a partnership. So let me go ahead and double check and enter all this information, and I'll show you what the next step is. All right, so I entered all the top stuff, including EIN, which you can't see right now. And I'm going to go ahead and consent here and then type my full name here. All right, so I'm going to save and preview, and it's going to probably make me look back over all this information to make sure it's right. And then after that, it's going to ask me for a couple bits of information. So let me blur this stuff out so you can't see it. And I'm just going to submit the form. And I'm going to exit the interview. And you couldn't see that, it was all blurred out. But now it's going to show my account, and it's going to show everything else. And now I'm going to hit save and continue here and continue with the rest of the actual interview to get approved for merch. So a lot of times, one of the main reasons why people don't get approved is they have a lot of incomplete information. So if you're an individual, make sure you put that you're an individual. If you're an actual business, make sure you put you're a business. And right here, I'm going to go ahead and put that I am just in the novelty t-shirt business, or I could put other. And I'm just going to go ahead and put the name of my company here, which is same thing. And tell us more about yourself, including your design background. So here's where it's super important. Tell them a little bit about yourself. So I'll kind of show you what I'm going to put. And where it says website optional, this is where you want to have a couple of examples of shirts that you've done. So before you panic and you freak out, you might say like, Liz, I don't want to put a website up. I don't have a website. Let me show you a trick that you can use here in order to make sure that that happens. So Right, so I'm at a site called Tspring, and what Tspring allows you to do is create your own t-shirt designs and then sell them on places like Facebook and or even Amazon. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump in here and we're gonna start to design a t-shirt. And I'm gonna show you an example of one that I actually already have. Let's go ahead and look at my actual designs, and I'll show you what I'm talking about when we see, like, this is what we're gonna submit to Amazon as our actual t-shirt. So this is the shirt that I actually made earlier, and this was kind of a t-shirt that people were calling Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant had once mentioned in an interview that he preferred to be a dad of girls, and so hashtag girl dads went viral, and it was kind of like about a couple weeks back. So this is the t-shirt that I created earlier, and I created it here on actual Teespring, and now it has this actual URL. It's pretty much https teespring.com/girldad/men. If I click on there, it goes straight to my t-shirt. So this is the sample storefront that I would actually give Amazon, and I could actually create a couple of them and show them. So let's go ahead and create one. We'll recreate this one, and I'll show you just how simple it is. You might already have a design sitting on your desk that you can use for this test, but in my case, I'm just going to create one from scratch without having any design skill. I completely suck at this, and I'm going to go ahead and just run with this men's classic tee. So I'm going to design a men's classic tee to sell. And now here is the designer. And if you have an image, all you've got to do is hit add image, and you could just like add it. So let me kind of give you an example. Like, this is just random article for me on Entrepreneur, Forbes, wherever it is. And the actual article gets put on there as the image. Now, I don't necessarily want that, but it shows me here where my image is going to come out. So I'm going to go with text, and I'm just going to go ahead and do the same thing that I did earlier. Hashtag girl dad, right? Now that it's there, now I can do things like I can move it, I can center it around here, I can highlight it, and I can change the font. Earlier I used impact, so I can use really whatever the heck it is that I want to use. I think I used headline, but let's just say we're going to make one, it's going to be impact. So let's find impact here. We'll just do Chinese rock. We'll do whatever. It doesn't really make a difference. The point is here, if you already have a design, smack it on there. If you don't have a design, make one and stick it on there. That's just that simple. So I'm going to use this design, and I'm going to make it, not going to make it bold, but I'm going to make it bigger, right? I want this a lot bigger. So all I'm going to do is hit this, and I can drag it out and make it bigger till it's at the maximum, right? So we're here at about the maximum. It usually lines up here. The print quality says it's great. Everything looks good to go. And that's pretty much it. All you got to do is you can choose colors here. You can decide to not go with the black. That would be terrible. But you can choose any color you want here. And then you can hit done. And then right here you can set your price. So you can go like $19.99. And really, it doesn't make a difference. The whole thing that we're trying to show Amazon is that we have a t-shirt up for sale. So that's all I'm going to do. You can see the preview of the design right here. It looks pretty good to me. I'm going to hit continue. And now it's going to ask me again, do you want to add additional products? I'm just going to hit continue. I'm just going to go for the URL. And then now it's publishing it up, and it asks me to create a title. So I'm going to have to create a title. And so I'm just going to put Girl Dad T-shirt. And you have to fill in every single line here. So I'm going to put this t-shirt is to commemorate one of the greatest basketball players of all time and his love of his daughters. That's all I'm going to put. Nothing else. That's it. I'm going to go ahead and decide the end of the URL. As you can see, Girl Dad was taken already, so I'm not going to be able to do Girl Dad. But Girl Dad, if I could learn to spell, that would be excellent. But Girl Dad dash shirt. Let's see what happens if I pick that. All right, URL's perfect. Visibility, I'm going to leave it to public because whoever comes and checks out my t-shirts, I want to make sure Amazon can see them. And I'm going to hit publish listing, and pretty much it's going to create the listing. Now, keep in mind, just because you have one Teespring URL doesn't guarantee that you're going to get into Amazon, but the URL is right here. So I'm going to use that URL to jump in a couple different t-shirt designs. They basically want to make sure that you're not designing anything that's like hideous and or is discriminatory or it doesn't fit what their terms of service are. So it's useful if you can use another site. Like there's a site like Etsy, and there's TeePublic where you can also do this on. So you want to try to put, if you've already been rejected, at least 3 of these. I'm just going to put 1 because I don't really care if I get rejected or not. The purposes of me actually signing up for this are just to kind of show you guys. So I'm going to jump back on over to my server, and I'm going to enter this actual URL here. And I'm going to enter the website right there, Tspring. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab the other URL, and then I'm going to write a bio, and then I'll come back and read the bio to you guys. And then that will be pretty much it. My application will be submitted, but what looks sexy as AF about it is that I've got sample t-shirt designs and I've got a URL, so it shows them that I'm selling these t-shirts somewhere else. Like the other site's not going to tell them how many t-shirts I sold, but it's going to look like I'm serious and I'm worthy to be selling on Amazon merch. And this hack alone should get you in, just if you show the t-shirts that you've actually already designed. Like a lot of you guys are going to have much sexier t-shirts than I do. Mine are just text. Yours are going to have actual designs, and Amazon is going to love that, particularly if you're following terms of service. So get your cleanest t-shirts out there and submit them. So I'm going to write this up, come back, I'll read it off, and then we're done. All right, so here we are. I don't know what's going on with my keyboard, but this application is going to be submitted half-assed because I can't even make a line on it. But here's what I basically put. I've been designing and selling t-shirts through Facebook and Etsy for a couple of years now and would like to try and sell on Amazon merch. Here's a couple links to some of my current designs. Then I put the links, and then I put the other link down here. And I said, let me know if you need any other information. Sincerely. And then I'm just going to sign my name. That's it. My actual text didn't even type out properly. That's how ghetto this is. I'm going to enter this information, and I'm going to hit send request, and it says the challenge has expired. Click refresh. All right, so it says your request was successfully submitted. Thank you for your interest. We will review requests and notify with our decision at the email address associated with this account. Currently, our average review time is approximately 14 days. While you are waiting, please review this. So I'm just going to pretend like I'm going to review this, and I'm going to try to log in here every day starting in a couple days because sometimes they do not send that email, and that's pretty much it. So I'm going to pretend like I'm watching this crap, and it doesn't want to play, but I just want to make them feel like I am taking this seriously and I'm trying to see what they're trying to give me. And that's basically it. That's all you got to do. Just remember to check back and try and log in here every other day after about 3 or 4 days to see if you've been accepted or not. And if you haven't, don't give up. You can probably try in another month or so, and you can try to get in. It's not over. Work on t-shirt designs on other sites so that you have something to link them to in the future. So that's pretty much it for my merch tips. Let me know if you have any other questions. I personally answer those below. I'll see you in the next video.